It's rodeo time, folks. David is in a little town in Texas working as a medic for the participants. I don't often spend a lot of time on the music in these episodes, but today will be an exception. The music here is beyond spectacular and so perfectly fitted to the scenes, I wouldn't touch a thing. More on that as we go along.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Gaston, Texas is proud that one of America's greatest champions is competing in the race for championship points toward the all-around cowboy honors at the end of the season. The leader in that race so far is our last rider in the calf roping event, Jake White.
If you guessed from the fact that his name is the title of the episode that he's going to be our main focus, congratulations. Rodeo grew out of actual cowboy work. Roping the calves, breaking the new horses, it was all part of the job. But men being what they are, at some point those things had to become a competition. Throw in a few sponsors to inject some money into the idea, and this is the result. I lived in Wyoming for 10 years, so I know how excited people get about rodeo. The folks in Gaston, Texas are no exception. Jake goes on to set a new world record. He really is the best in the business. We'll hear that snippet of the Magnificent Seven and other bits and bobs from start to finish, and it's perfect. It adds an extra layer of triumph to the scene, and every time it's used, it'll be for the same purpose. It's a layer that almost everybody is familiar with and says, yeah, when it comes back on. But it's not ripping off or using someone else's music. Today they call it sampling. It's a common and accepted thing. Most important, it works.
Jay?
What's wrong?
Somebody comes to claim her.
20 years older than I was 20 years ago.
I know the feeling. It seems like with all the modern technology, there has to be a way to get a handle on that, but I guess we haven't found it yet.
Then maybe you should slow down.
There's no maybe about it.
I told you as soon as I won the best all around. And bought me a couple more of those.
But I thought that rig belonged to the rodeo.
Well, it's leased to the company that runs the rodeo.
Jake and Leon own that. They're going to be big-time truckers pretty soon.
This is the first time we've seen L.Q. Jones. He spent most of his time in movies. He didn't do that much television. I do know him from one movie. In The Mask of Zorro, he was Three-Fingered Jack.
I'm the legendary Three-Fingered Jack.
My mistake. The legendary Three-Fingered Jack.
You bet you do, Peckerwood.
Let's not get personal about this.
And you like to put him up for me?
My pleasure. Excuse me, gentlemen.
Hey, she'd like me to quit, but you can't make it with just one rig. If you're gonna have any chance at all, you gotta have a couple of those beauties.
Uh-huh. When are you going to see a doctor?
What's your name, Maggie?
No?
You sound just like Maggie.
Really?
I thought you were supposed to take care of us.
Yeah, but I'm just a Band-Aid and aspirin man. Now you need a complete physical.
David is qualified to do it for you, but he can't tell you that.
I saw a doctor just last week.
Really?
He said I'm strong as a bull.
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 Yeah, David isn't referring to the animal. He's referring to what it leaves behind on the trail. Jake knows it, too. He can fleece Maggie for a while, but he can't fool David.
Last year's champion calf roper and the up-and-coming twirling Mark Burley.
Settle down there, Leon.
Upstart kid
Don't
from
I
Line
always give you a
Arkansas.
way to earn your money back?
Burley
Just like when you owed those folks down there in San Antone?
So
now you 4 times that. You're not blaming me for your gambling debts, are you? I hope not. Because unlike the great Jake White, I'm not my brother's keeper.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't you worry tonight about this gambling situation. We're gonna work it off, just like we did down in San Antonio.
The rodeo clown is Leon, Jake's younger brother. From that one brief scene, we know that he's a compulsive gambler, he's not very good at it, and he's in debt to these guys for a bundle. They own him. The writing continues to be as tight and outstanding as it gets.
We'll see you tonight.
We'll meet you here at your truck at midnight.
Kid, no hard feelings.
It's good to know that this guy will get some kind of comeuppance once the Hulk appears, but for now, he's just cruel. And we all know what that kind of cruelty, pushing people around because you can, asserting your authority whether you have any or not, all that stuff is compensation for the same thing. Tiny wiener in your shorts, itty bitty, don't need a cup for sports. Tiny wiener makes you feel so angry. Gotta compensate by pushing other better people around all day. Tiny wiener, great big hat, diesel pickup with the gun rack. Tiny wiener, itty bitty gonads, need a bushy beard to compensate for lack of fuzzy down below.
Why do we have to put up with him?
Well, it's just like when we were teenagers. You always had to make friends with the biggest nerd in the class because he had the keys to his dad's car.
Come on, come on.
I suspect your dad was too smart to give the keys to you.
Oh! Jake! You all right?
Where were you for dinner? Get yourself tied down by another deck of cards?
Don't start on me, Jake.
I thought we'd agreed there'd be no more gambling.
Go on, what you gonna do? You gonna ground me? Take away my car keys? Nah, maybe you're gonna give me a whipping this time.
Maybe he should. The thing about most compulsive gamblers, those with a gambling addiction, is they're consistently terrible at it. Every gambling addicted person I've ever come across or seen anything about is also a compulsive loser. I don't know what it is, whether they just don't learn enough about their preferred game or what. Leon's problem is he has no poker face at all. I once met a professional gambler who made hundreds of thousands playing poker because she learned everything she could about the game, practiced in front of a mirror the whole bit, and she knew how to win. But she wasn't addicted. For her, it was her job. For Leon, it's a compulsion he can't control, and from that little bit that I saw, I'm thinking he should stick to slot machines. At least they won't belittle you after they've taken your money.
Boy, I think I'm gonna pick up a jacket. It's getting kind of cold.
Cold, huh?
Yeah.
Later, David will tell us it's 100 degrees. Sounds like he has major circulation problems. Exactly how healthy was that bull the doctor compared him to?
How's our boy?
Stick around this
He's tired. Fine. David, as soon as the arena's cleared, you head down to Houston for those medical supplies. Yes, sir, I'm on my way.
That's Bob Long, owner of the rodeo. David actually works for him, assigned to Jake. I know that chord sequence. Eastbound and down, rolling up and trucking. I told you the music is exceptional today.
Hey, friends, what's soft and warm and tastes real good when you get it in your mouth?
A freshly baked hot chocolate chip cookie.
Well, of course, it's ranchero chewing tobacco.
Only if it tastes like a freshly baked hot chocolate chip cookie. Cigarette and other smoking ads were banned from radio and TV in 1971, but smokeless tobacco got under the radar. So you had stuff like this until 1986 when Congress finally banned those ads too. So only 15 years of promoting mouth and throat cancer. For the U.S. government, that's blinding speed. I won't inflict the rest of that on anybody. David has the good sense to ignore it, but he can't ignore this.
You all right? Yeah. Leon?
Leon, what happened? What are you doing out here so early, man?
Well, I was just coming back from Houston.
Get the hell out of here.
What's the matter?
I'll talk later. Just get out of here.
May as well do as he says. David isn't going to get any more out of him. If I may digress for a moment, Tombstone is one of my favorite movies, partly because it induced me to study Wyatt Earp, and Wyatt became one of my personal heroes. Why? Because he never figured out what he wanted to be when he grew up either. Anyway, the movie portrays the Cowboys as an organized crime ring, but it never says what they did. They did this. They were cattle rustlers. Their favorite thing to do was go across the Mexican border and steal cattle from the ranches down there, then drive the cows back to Arizona and sell them to people in outfits that needed meat, such as the U.S. Army. Tibby, Leon, and their pals are no different. All that's changed is the mode of transportation. I'd like to know who they're selling them to, but we won't learn that. And that confirms what they were doing, because that list follows the rodeo circuit exactly.
David? I was wondering if you could spare me a little first aid.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just a minor scratch. Hardly worth a walk over here. Oh, I was reading about your exploits outside the rodeo.
That's why he's here. He needs someone to talk to.
What about Jake?
Oh, no. Too old to go to run my big brother.
He can't talk to Jake because it wouldn't be manly, I guess.
Anyway, I figured you already had.
No. But he is worried about you, though.
Bull. Only thing Jake's worried about is me getting mud on his rodeo star image.
I don't think that's fair.
Look, I don't think you understand the situation here. I'm proud of Jake. He can stay on a bronc or a bull longer than any man around. He's just a little hard to live with, that's all. Especially when you're just a rodeo clown.
There's no such thing as just a rodeo clown. Those guys have balls of steel and spines of titanium. They regularly put their own safety on the line to protect the contestants. He's the front line of defense against raging, deadly animals. David points that out, but Leon doesn't want it to be a heroic job. He wants it to be humiliation because he can't do what his brother does. I have one brother. One thing he has always excelled at is making money. He has always been there for any family member who was in a bind. He's generous to a fault because he's able to be. He's been blessed with that ability. I'm the opposite. I suck royally at making money. I've always been the stay-home parent in our family because my wife is marketable and I'm not. And you know something? I was good at it. That was my niche. Leon doesn't have to be like his brother. Leon needs to be like Leon. But first he has to figure out who that is. He spent his whole life in his brother's shadow and has yet to come up with an identity of his own. Having a gambling addiction doesn't help.
I didn't come here to chaw over family problems. I want to tell you about this rustling. I'm not planning to make a career out of this. I'm just going to do it to make enough to pay off a debt. That's all, really. I don't want you to worry about me. I especially don't want Jake to worry about me, because I can take care of myself.
Yeah, you're doing such a good job, it made the papers. Maggie is practicing for the barrel racing competition. For those who don't know, rodeo has special events for women as well as men. Barrel racing is one of them.
So, how's Maggie's wrist feeling?
Oh, it's hard to say. She's not the kind to complain.
Oh, that old Western tradition, huh? Bite the bullet.
Can't fall apart every ache and pain.
The purpose of doctors, as well as on-the-scene medics like David, is to evaluate those aches and pains to decide whether they're serious or not. It's questionable whether Jake understands that or not.
I see. So an old rodeo hand, like yourself, for example, you just, you live with the pain and the torn
Look,
ligaments?
it's the end of the season. I'm tired is all.
I see. Well, do you feel any less tired by wearing a jacket in 100-degree heat?
It's a vest, not a jacket, but point taken.
Okay. As soon as I put the bonus money in the bank, I'll go see a doctor. But I got responsibilities, namely Leon.
Well, he's a grown man.
He's a grown dreamer. When he was 16, I pulled him out of the street just before an ice truck ran him down. You know what he's doing?
No.
Just strolling along and dreaming.
He basically says Leon is a chronic screw-up who would probably be dead if Jake didn't take him everywhere and keep an eye on him.
And he's a decent kid, and I'm glad of that, because if he wasn't my brother, I'd want him for my friend.
Jake, have you ever said that to Leon?
Between two grown men, some things don't need saying.
That may or may not be true, but even if it is, that's not one of them. Whether you use those exact words or not, Leon needs to hear this. The way he idolizes his brother, anything Jake says, whether positive or negative, is going to stay with him and affect his self-image.
It's him, Dare. It's him.
What are you talking about?
That dude that was spying on us.
Are you sure?
Positive. He just went off with Jake.
I've seen him around. Name's David.
So that's why Leon didn't finger him. He's a buddy of Jake's.
Well, what are we gonna do?
I say take him out.
That's Buford. He lives up to the stereotype of his name. He's also kind of bloodthirsty.
No, come on now, use your heads. How long do you think Leon would keep his mouth shut if anything happened to David? We need Leon in his truck, for the time being anyway. No, I think a friendly warning should be enough for now.
I don't foresee this ending well for them. David tends to react badly to friendly warnings. It'll take David a moment to realize that neither of those guys is Leon. He may begin to suspect that Leon didn't write the note either.
City boy's got no respect for privacy. Comes from living in those apartments with the paper walls.
Hey, city boy. Better keep your nose out of Leon's business.
That's about the wrongest thing he could have done. Grab their reins. If he's controlling the horses, these guys will have to dismount to do anything to him. At least then, maybe he can beat them in a foot race. While they're on their horses, he forgets one of the things they do for a living. Yeah, one of the things they do is rope moving targets. He's not even a challenge. It gets worse when they take him to the stream and start dragging him in the water.
What the hell? He must be caught on something. Come on, get in! Get in!
Buford?
I didn't say worse for whom. He knows what to do with that rope. Once again, pay attention to the music. Does that sound similar to this? We have to stop using the Magnificent Seven music because the Hulk is only the Magnificent One. And then we finish them off with traditional redneck type music to emphasize their lack of sophistication, I think. I'm probably noticing the music more this episode because the Magnificent Seven theme is one of my favorite pieces of music. It's as close to perfect as a composition can get. It conveys exactly what it's supposed to and everything it's supposed to. That's not easy to write. I've tried. I got a D on the project.
Hey, thanks a lot. Sure appreciate the lift.
And the dust. I especially appreciate the dust. Sorry, dude, I'll give you a ride, but your friend? The Hulk will spend the rest of his time wondering what just happened. And again, the music was perfect. Next morning, Jake is strolling through the rows of stalls, greeting the horses.
Morning, Jake. What you doing up so early?
Couldn't sleep.
Me neither. I just had breakfast over at diner on Interstate 6.
Since when did you start eating breakfast?
Oh, since I started getting tired of eating rodeo grub.
We can see why Leon is such a bad poker player. Jake wants to know why he took the truck instead of their pickup.
Look, I took the rig because I took the rig. It's that simple. Okay, so I've been hauling livestock. Big deal.
I keep coming back to his complete lack of anything resembling a poker face. He should switch to solitaire.
Middle of the night? You've been stealing cattle.
Jake even knows why.
You're doing somebody's dirty work just to pay off a gambling debt, and if you're not careful, you're gonna blow our chance.
Our chance, it's your chance. It's your truck, your money, your business. I'm gonna tell you something. You can have it, because I don't want no part of it, okay? I'll see you.
I'm still talking to you.
Well, I'm done listening now. If you want to fight, we'll fight like real men. And for once, you just forget I'm your little brother.
Just be glad I never have forgotten.
Leon is one of our up-and-coming young actors who's getting a serious chance to show his chops here. James Crittenden had been doing smaller parts for about 4 years and went on to much bigger and better things after this. There's a gap in his filmography from 2002 to 2023, but I think we can suss out why. This past May 2025, cancer cut him down at 73. What do you want to bet he was engaged in battle during those 21 years? Right now, he's playing Leon so convincingly, I genuinely forgot I was watching an actor.
When we was kids, and you took on Daddy, remember? Remember what he did? He knocked you on your butt with one punch.
That's got nothing to do with it now.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because I remember thinking, Jake should have waited till he was sure he could beat Daddy. Well, I waited a long time, too.
Should have waited a bit longer, or at least until you had a better angle. No way you could get enough oomph behind it from down there. Jake won't retaliate, he'll just scare him until he settles down. While Jake is getting on a horse for his turn at bronco riding, Maggie needs to find David.
David, would you please translate this for me? I found it in Jake's trailer. I guess he's gone to some kind of doctor and he didn't want me to know about it. It's not good, is it?
That went by too fast for anybody to read, so let's pause and see what it says. All tests, including gamma globulin and Chemzyme evaluations, support chronic adrenal cortical insufficiency. Prognosis poor. As David will tell us later, it's called Addison's disease. At best, without treatment, it will keep you miserable. At worst, it'll lead to kidney failure and not being alive. He intends to see about treatment after he wins the big prize. Assuming he lasts that long, because if he's getting cold in the heat of a Texas summer day, his symptoms are pretty far advanced. If you're interested in the disease, here's a link to a Johns Hopkins paper on it. Well, digital paper. Saves trees. Bits and bytes grow back faster.
Jake's made his ride. Uh-oh, Jake's in trouble.
The other rider is supposed to get over there alongside him to help him get off the horse. Why is he just sitting there?
He's down. Get out there, fellas. Help him out.
First David / the Hulk, then Marvin and Buford, and now Jake. This must be a nice day to go for a drag.
Hey, I've been thrown in trouble before. I'm okay.
That doesn't mean your brother can't be concerned, Jake. You're proving everything he said to you, and to David about you.
It looks like he's all right.
Hey, Jake! Jake, stay still. You shouldn't move around. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Jake White, a real trooper.
See who's out there?
Yeah, the guy with the big Red Cross band on his arm and the medical kit with the big Red Cross. The guy assigned to Jake.
That's unusual!
Why don't we just clear out of here and let this rodeo get on with its business, huh?
I guess city boys need more than one warning.
Jake just got thrown and dragged. David is his bandage and aspirin man. What do they think David is talking to him about? But Buford will get his wish. David is going to have a tragic accident during the bull riding.
Following today's events, we're going to have a live concert under the stars, featuring some of our local Gaston talent. And as a special treat, Kerry McCluggage is going to sing a medley of Outlaw's hits, accompanying himself with an accordion. Lucky for us, Kerry sings a whole lot better than he rides.
I don't think you can hide it anymore, Jake, especially when Maggie has the report in her hand.
You lied to me, Jake White. Were you lying to me last night when you said you wanted to marry me? Remember? In sickness and in health. Now you think about that.
It's not about the report. It's not even about the disease. It's about trust, Jake. You violated her trust. Everybody gets one chance to lie to me. If they use it, there's a better than average chance I'll never trust them again. It's possible to earn back my trust, but it takes a lot. I'll even give you a small idea why. When I was 21, someone I almost married lied to me a lot and nearly destroyed my life. That's as much detail as I'll go into, but I can tell you that scars you for life. There have been individuals who have earned my trust back. As of when I wrote this, you can count them on your nose. I fully understand Maggie. It's too bad Jake doesn't.
Headaches, severe abdominal pain, fatigue, unable to tolerate cold.
It's just Father Time creeping up on me.
Well, you can explain away every one of these symptoms one by one, but not the combination of symptoms and not this serum cortisol level. I'm trying to tell you, without medication, you could die.
I know that. I also know I'm running out of time. Hey, you got a blanket around here?
Then what's more important, Jake? A fleet of trucks for Leon, or you there to guide him about what to do with them? There's a good chance you can't do both, at least not this way.
You're putting a $100,000 bounty on your own life. Now, the stress of that riding out there, the heat of this day, all of it can make your condition critical, especially with a bull ride ahead of you.
Here's something he hasn't considered. What if he doesn't win and he dies in the attempt? What happens to Leon? I can appreciate having confidence, but when the stakes are as high as your life, it pays to think about every possibility. And he is. You don't know how many hours he spent trying to decide what brand of trucks to get.
Hey, partner. Haven't you ever hung in there, even when everybody else tells you it's a lost cause?
Yeah.
Yeah. Folks like us, losing a fight ain't near as bad as hiding from one.
David didn't have to say a word. The quiet notes of a single harmonica playing the Lonely Man theme says it for him. Okay, Jake, he gets it. Go do your thing.
Tell me when my little brother's out breaking the law.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
It does when I hear stories about how he's up to his belt buckle and hot to you.
Can I help it if your brother's got a gambling problem?
He never had a cattle stealing problem before. Now, how much does he owe you?
12,000.
All right, I'll get you the money. And the minute you're paid, I want your butt out of town.
Even in his current condition, you get the impression Jake could beat the tar out of all three of them at once. And they know it.
You next?
Ladies and gentlemen, this Sunday we're going to have a special event. Ladies Kramer Bull Riding, featuring some of the finest female talent.
Okay, maybe Tibby didn't know it. Remember that hitchhiker? He made a few calls.
Sorry you have to leave. You have another job?
No, it's just that I have some pressing personal matters.
I understand. Maggie came by earlier and she wanted me to pull Jake out of the rodeo. Said he was sick. You know anything about that?
I just know that you're not the kind of a man, at least I think you're not, that would want one of your riders to get hurt.
Your eyes do not deceive you. That's Jack McGee approaching from behind them.
Well, I'm not. The man's doing it at his own risk. We have a personal release form that every cowboy signs, relieving us of every responsibility.
Every legal responsibility, yes.
Listen, Jake is in the running for a national title and a lot of cash. Now, if I were to pull him out of the competition, Jake could sue me for that $100,000, and I don't know as I'd blame him if he did. I'm sorry, David. There's nothing I can do. Okay.
And it looks like he and David are finally going to bump into each other.
David, good luck.
The Gaston Leather and Saddle Company has trucked in a whole...
Or not. That was beautiful.
Mr. Long. Mr. Long.
Yes.
I'm Jack McGee. I'm a reporter from the National Register.
Well, welcome to Gaston, Mr. McGee. I hope you enjoy the rodeo.
Thanks. Listen, one of your cowboys reported that he saw the Hulk while he was hitchhiking into town.
Hulk? I don't know anything about the Hulk. Our two-headed calf died last week. I have a picture in my office.
Thanks. I'm checking out a story on a transient. I'm looking into any place that he might feel safe taking a job.
Jack may have shifted gears a little too quickly for Bob. The transient in question would be the man that he learned changes into the Hulk, but the best description he can give is average height, average weight, hair, and eyes. That's just about every guy here.
Okay, folks, we're getting to the highlight of the Gaston, Texas rodeo, the Bramber bull riding. Some of the top cowboys in the Southwest pitting their strength and endurance against the toughest and meanest animals this side of Hades. 1,600 pounds of pure fury.
And if somebody put a flank strap on you, you'd be pretty furious too. The things they did to those animals to make them meaner should have gotten a few people jailed. We're told it's okay to use the flank strap because, contrary to the myth, it doesn't go around the bull's scrotum. But the parts it does go around are just as sensitive and subject to pain from it. That's the whole idea. Every cowboy should have to wear one periodically just to jog their memories.
So what am I supposed to do? Just stand here and watch him die? David, the bull ride is the toughest event in this damn rodeo.
In any rodeo, and it's the one event I have never understood. What good is it? When was the last time anybody rode a bull out to bring in a wayward calf? Or for any real reason? From what I can see, it's yet another dingus measuring contest that guys have come up with. If they're being honest, picture the eulogy they have for the guy who gets killed doing it. He should have had a better dingus.
And after what you told me about Jake's condition, he shouldn't be out there. Now can't you talk to him?
Maggie, I've tried.
David, he's your killer instinct. He's the meanest bull on the circuit.
While we're at it, I hope you were watching those just clowns. The previous rider didn't make the 8 seconds and the bull wants to talk to him about it. They're putting themselves between him and it and acting as a busy signal.
All right, I'll tell you what I want you to do. You take that medical report that you showed to me, get it to the paramedics and tell them to call the hospital. That's in case, just in case anything goes wrong. They'll be prepared for instant diagnosis and treatment.
David, is there any chance that he's going to be all right?
Yes, there is. But right now, you've got to get that report to him, okay? I'll talk to Jake and see whatever I can do. Come on.
It's the best they can do because Jake is on his bull and ready to go.
Killer Instinct has only been ridden once out of the last 15 tries, and he sent 7 boys to the hospital.
As if David needed more incentive to try and stop him.
Hold it, guys, listen, I've got to talk to Jake.
You ain't so tough without your big green friend. I love those clowns.
Jake just finished his ride. He's the champion. He's also in trouble.
Oh, that was a rough one. Get out of there, Jake.
Still think you're just a rodeo clown, Leon? You just saved your brother's life. Funny they mentioned David's big green friend. He's wondering why everybody is standing around instead of helping Jake get out of there. If nobody else is going to do anything, he'll do it himself. Meanwhile, Leon is the unsung hero of the hour. Jake would already be red goo without him.
What in blazes is that? You better get out of there, fella. Whatever you are. Wrestled a 1,600-pound bull to the ground. Will somebody tell me what the hell's going on here?
Since Jack McGee is still wandering around outside looking for a guy without a face, and he's the only one who could answer that, your guess is as good as anybody else's.
Do not leave your seats, please, ladies and gentlemen. Stay in your seats.
Sorry, would you mind waiting here for just a moment? There's something he needs to take care of. I think they know what it is. Yet again, the music will carry the next several scenes to a higher level. Hey, Jack, you found him. I'd move faster if you hope to get a statement from him. Never mind. Those guys can probably tell you a little bit about him, though. Every time they pick on this David guy, he shows up. Probably a paid bodyguard.
Word is that Jake White's gonna be okay. Those paramedics have everything under control.
I want you to take it easy now. We'll worry about all this trucking business later. And I got a little business to take care of now. I gotta go talk to the sheriff.
Wait. Don't worry about it, hon. Leon's gonna be just fine.
There's plenty he can tell the sheriff about the other three, so you can be sure they'll go easy on him. Plus, they all know Jake and Leon, and they know Leon had to feel like he was backed into a corner. He might do a little time, maybe a year, but it'll be easy time, minimum security, and all that. It'll give him something to do while Jake is getting treated and recovering.
I'm real proud. If you weren't my brother, I'd want you for a friend.
Jake, I'm real proud, too.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's right, Jake. Between real men, nothing is off limits. And by the way, that includes I love you.
David told me to give your medical record to the medics. They've got some treatment all ready for you.
Ah, good old David. Where is he anyway?
He's here somewhere. We'll find him.
No, you won't. Once the Hulk appears, David disappears. That's his life. But it's okay. His work here is done. He broke up a cattle rustling operation, saved a young man from serious trouble, and helped brothers work some things out. He left them better than he found them, which is what he does. He also got dragged through a river and trampled by a bull, which are things he doesn't ordinarily do. I suspect there are days when he wishes his life wasn't quite so interesting. Rodeo grew out of actual cowboy work, roping the calves. Oh, you little turd.